Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome to Multitask Podcast with me, Muhammad Fauzin Rahman,
and me, Muhammad Fauzin from 790 Grace.
Okay, and we with a C teacher from Philippines. We are with.
Hello everyone, I am Rex Pasimara.
My name is Julian Pianeden,
And we are from
the Philippines. Mabuhay!
Okay, let's do the first question. Okay. The first question.
What were your first impressions of Solo?
Oh, my first impression of Solo is like, I think it's similar to Philippines, and the roads, there are mountains, a lot of trees, and yeah, first experience and impression was like, oh, it's similar to the Philippines, but yeah, it was also different at the same time.
Is it equally hot?
Oh yeah, it was equally hot in the Philippines.
Solo City reminded me so much of Iloilo City. It's another city in the Philippines. The vibe gave off very Iloilo City vibes, and it really reminded me of home. Yeah.
Okay, understood. Okay, the next question is, so in your opinion, what's the most interesting you've experienced in Solo so far?
I think the most interesting experience I had in Solo so far is going to the biggest mosque in Solo. I forgot the name, but it was a very great experience to even dive into the culture, the religion of people here in Solo City, especially in Indonesia, where Islam is very prevalent as a religion, and it really gave me the idea on the practices and the cultural differences from the Indonesians in the Philippines. Yeah.
For me, I think the difference or the most interesting part is like I thought was similar to the Philippines and the Iloilo City, right? But I see the different structure, architectural designs of some buildings, and yeah, it caught my attention. It was very interesting to explore.
Okay, next question.
Have you tried any Solo specialties? Like nasi lewet or santeng bundel? What do you think?
Oh, the nasi lewet, I think it's similar to nasi ayam goreng. Yeah, nasi ayam goreng. Yeah, but I think that's our favorite food as of today, as of now. The nasi ayam goreng, the nasi ayam telur, and some that. And I think it clicks our taste and it's very delicious.
That's very similar to a dish in the Philippines. And it's very cheap, so for us saving money, it's a great way to still eat and experience the culture here.
Yeah, at the same time, delicious.
It's very delicious.
Very delicious.
Yes. Enak.
Enak. Okay, fourth question. How do you find the people of Solo? They are friendly and welcome?
Yes, what I've experienced so far are the people around here in Seoul are very friendly, very respectable, and especially for us foreigners, they try their best to talk to us in English, and we try our best to answer back in Indonesian, but like the communication barrier is really there. But I can really feel the friendliness and the love of the people here in Seoul, and it really made us feel welcome.
Yeah, similar to answer Mr. Renz here. Even though there are language barriers, for example, they are part talking with English to us, coming from the Indonesian language, they are still trying their best to express themselves, to welcome us, so that it feels like home, and different people, but it also feels like home.
So have you befriended him?
Oh yeah, I think we befriended one.
We befriended a lot
Yeah, a
of
lot.
Indonesians.
There's one in mosque where they take pictures, so we befriended one, and we laugh so hard because they take different angles, different positions when taking pictures, and yeah.
Also our buddies. Our buddies are our first Indonesian friends.
Oh,
They
yeah.
help us around here in Solo. They make us feel welcome, especially our buddies Tav, Hamel, and Yaya, who has been very welcoming to us, showing us different places here in Indonesia, like the famous tourist attractions, museums, and yeah, it really made us feel welcome.
Mentioning the buddies, shout out to you, Buddy Amel, Buddy Yaya, and Buddy Cap. Thank you for making this experience more wonderful here.
Yes, thank you for watching. Okay.
What were your first impression And our school, SMP Mochitos.
SMP Mochitos, similar with how we arrived in Indonesia and different places. The students were very respectful. They greeted us in a welcoming way. That is not, because in the Philippines, yeah, we also have this kind of respecting the teachers and the elders, and we also felt home and welcoming when we go inside the premises. And that felt us very calm when we talk to students.
Students are very friendly. They keep asking for our Instagram. They keep asking if we use ML or some other.
Yeah, Mobile Legends.
Yeah, Mobile Legends. I think Instagram is really the pinpoint here with the students. The first thing they ask me is if you have an Instagram. So I have a lot of Instagram followers from Indonesian students.
That's what we first experienced here, that Instagram is the main social media here.
Yes.
I see.
The next question.
After any chance to explore Solo, any favorite spots in the
Oh, we had a lot of chances to explore Solo, especially last week, since Mojitos had no access to it. So we really had the opportunity to stroll around Solo, go to different museums, experience the culture, different food, try other things we haven't experienced. Also went to a natural pool. I forget the name. It's like a natural pool. It's like a river. The water comes from a river and it's like a hot spring.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's very cheap, and it was also the holidays, so there was a lot of people. And we really like delving into the culture, involving yourself with the community. And it was really a fun experience to be with the authentic people here in Solo.
Yeah, similar to the answer, Mr. Reds, we've gone to that cold spring, the water, the fresh water, and it reminded us of a certain place back in the Philippines, and also called Cold Spring there in Nagas. And it was very relaxing, and yeah, it was comforting to us because yeah, we got outside and we experienced a lot of different places here, and also we come to a museum, I think, previously a sugar company, a sugar factory, something like that. Oh yeah,
And
so
then like mirrors.
oh yeah, there are mirrors and
Lights.
different lights. So we like that
I think
spot.
it's the palace.
Oh yeah, the palace something. Palace.
And also when we went to the natural spring, it rained, so it was like somehow
It's more authentic and natural.
it made it more fun actually, since the rain was lasting and the water was cold. You were freezing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
freezing.
fun.
It was fun. We enjoyed our stay.
How do you find the students? Are they enthusiastic and eager to learn?
Oh yeah, especially when first have the demo teaching, there are other students, actually most of the students were trying to participate from the activities that I have given to them. That even though there are language barriers, they're still trying to express themselves, to show their answers, and yeah, it was fun talking to them and having a discussion with them.
Even from the observation, the students were already very friendly. We entered the grade 8 students classroom for an observation, and they were all very participative, and they really made us feel welcome, and it was really a nice experience to see the culture of other countries and how the teaching practices differ from us in the Philippines.
Okay, the next question. What's the biggest difference between teaching in the Philippines and Solo?
I think the biggest difference I can notice is that the students here actually listen a lot. They're not that noisy compared to my students back in the Philippines. I really have a hard time trying to make it quiet. But here, I feel like the students are more quiet and they try to respect. I mean, the students in the Philippines are respect. They have respect for their teachers, but like the vast difference in the culture and how they really treat their teachers with utmost respect has been really surprising. Yeah, for me, I guess. It was a nice experience to be able to teach here. Students are very
And are there any similarities?
Similarities. First, I think I have noticed the difference is the teaching approaches. When you come to Philippines, we approach it, we have more time for lesson discussions and less time of activities. But here, there are a lot of activities. The application of lesson itself is more rampant than the discussion. That's why teaching here is way more active and fun with the students. I think the similarities is that we have those elements in the activities and the discussion from the Philippines education. They are similar because we tend to capture the attention and the interest of students. That's why I think the only difference is that it's like we put the activities first, then the lesson discussion, and in the Philippines, we put the lesson discussions and the activities first.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's very interesting. Okay. Maybe what's the most memorable moment you had in the SNK Musicals, which doesn't teacher miss so far?
I think the most memorable moment was when we went here for the anniversary of Momentos. We actually played a song in the stage, and it was a great experience to showcase not only our talents but also our confidence.
I think some of the students have left the school that time because it's already time for going to school, back to home here like that. And we jam with the faculties here. They have the band, right? So we sing a lot, and I think it was memorable because sometimes we're very shy when presenting ourselves, but yeah, that time we have a lot of fun. We played 2 songs. Back in the Philippines, we have Hawak Kamay and also a big song, Love Story by Taylor Swift. Yeah, we jam, and some of the teachers there joined. Yeah, so some of us sang and some of us have instruments.
Okay. It's very good.
What do you hope to achieve? I'm teaching here.
Okay.
What do you hope to achieve during your time teaching?
Oh, I hope to achieve during the time of teaching here. First, I would like to achieve is the rapport, the communication, the relationship of my students to be close, and a strong bond. Just not like teaching, but as a brotherhood, as a family, because we're comfortable with each other and we talk. So it's not only about teaching, but the bond itself, where we enjoy and we share laughters. And I want to achieve that before I go back to the Philippines.
This is more of like a self-goal. I really want to know more about teaching as a profession, and being able to experience teaching in another country has really helped me open doors on how much teaching as a profession can be, and how it's very rewarding to realize that you are able to impart knowledge to students and also learn with them as you go along the way. Yeah.
The next question is, what are some things you miss about home while you're here?
There's some things that I miss while I'm home is, first of all, the food. The things, the food, because when we come here in Indonesia, it was entirely different flavor, and the food is very different, so we miss the food there, and of course, our families, our friends there, but also, we enjoy here having new friends, meeting new people, and also adventure.
Yeah, just like Maspi, I really miss the food in the Philippines, especially pork. And I also miss my cat, Cookie. So, Cookie, I miss you so much. And also, of course, my family, my friends, and my mentors back in the Philippines, and also everyone else. Yeah.
Okay, does that mean you like
We would like the food here? No, we like different foods here. We were surprised that there are different flavors in your chicken, and also we have the favorite now. We have the nasi goreng ayam.
We like nasi.
The nasi goreng telur, and also the bakso.
Yeah, it's very delicious.
So a lot of the favorite foods here in Indonesia.
Okay. Next question is,
What's the biggest challenge you face since arriving in Solo?
I think the biggest challenge we face is, of course, the language barrier. We really had a hard time communicating with people, especially in the local areas where some aren't really that fluent in English. So for example, asking for the price, we really have a hard time. Just give them 10,000 so they can just give us the exact change. Because we really don't understand sometimes if they're saying 10,000, 5,000. So I think the biggest problem is understanding whether we're paying the right amount of money.
Yeah, same as mentioned. The language barrier here is our first challenge when we got here in Indonesia. We want to buy some things and we want some discount. We want some
Gratis.
some gratis. Yeah,
That's our favorite word right now. Gratis.
yeah, that is. But with that, they didn't understand us speaking English, so we just put a lot of money then we wait for them to bring back the excess money. And also, my fun difficult is adjusting for the food here because I have low spice tolerance. The spicy food here is really spicy, so for me, I have to adjust the
Spiciness.
spiciness. But for my students, it's okay.
Yeah, I really like food here.
He likes
I know it's spicy
food.
food, so
For me, I
it's very perfect. For me, no spice.
Okay. Next question. When you go back to Philippines, what can you miss from Solo and Mujitos?
Oh, the one thing I think does not just go with one thing. There are a lot of things that I will miss here in Mujitos and even in Indonesia. First off is the students. Of course, all of here is very respectful and very welcoming. So I will surely miss them. And also, of course, the mentors. Miss Missy, Mr. Pamaru, and also the other heads here in Mujitos are very welcoming. So we really will miss that spot here in Mujitos. And also our buddies, they have already sacrificed their time for us and they've given us a lot of places to explore. So we will surely miss here the places around. So.
Yeah, just like us, we will miss the students, especially the student thought and Uzi and Sir Maruf. His energy is really his vibe. I really love it. So I'm really gonna miss his energy back on the Philippines. And of course, the friends we made along the way here in UMS, students, international students we befriended. We will surely miss them with the bond we created.
What advice would you share to someone who's thinking about visiting all the Philippines?
Oh, advice.
If I could give anyone advice, probably start looking for the cheapest area to buy food. Because I think that's when we first arrived here, the first thing I really looked for was the fast food. We went to KFC a lot. The KFC is somehow expensive if you eat it all the time. So I think we found like the same place that tasted like KFC but for a cheaper price. So yeah, I think the first advice I give people is try to seek for places. Don't just ask people around. You have to find the right place for you here in Indonesia. It's either you win or lose some.
So for my advice, I think prepare some basic languages here. Example like Rapa, Gatis, like something like that to show communication and a bit to communicate with them. And I think we must familiar with the roads because the roads here is different from the Philippines. Because instead of left, we go right and we go to our destination. And also the driver is located at the right side, but in the Philippines it is on the left side. So we must be familiar with those sort of things. So I think my greatest advice for them is be familiar here with the locals and be familiar with the places.
What do you think you found the advice and
What are some sites in the Philippines that you would recommend visiting?
Oh, first site that I could recommend someone visiting Philippines, right, is of course our very own in Aklan, the Boracay, the wine sands of Boracay. It is like it is a beach with white sands and also a lot of tourist people there go and explore the beaches and yeah, it's very fun there. A lot of food, a lot of people and fun islands.
Yeah, so the Philippines is a place with a lot of islands, so you really wouldn't have a hard time looking for places to go in the Philippines. And I feel like if you want to go to the Philippines, we should also experience the culture. Like in Aklan, the Piña weaving culture wherein they use the Piña skin to make clothing. And so I feel like that's a great experience for people who really want to dive into the culture of the Philippines, especially Aklan.
How hard is it to learn Filipino?
Ooh, learning Filipino. I think some Filipino languages are similar to Indonesian, and I think you can easily learn the basic principles. Salamat is, I think there are differences, but salamat here is from the Philippines, it's thank you. But in salamat here is congratulations, right? Yeah. So we have to be familiar with those words, and also it will be easy because Filipinos are friendly. They're similar here in Indonesia. They are very hospitable and they are very willing to help you learn the languages. So I think it will be easy for you to learn the basic language.
Yeah, just like last video, there are a lot of words that are similar in the Philippines and Indonesia, like payong and payong. They're the same things. That means ice also in the Philippines. And just like ninong here, it's like drink.
It's
It's
like
like ninong.
without the M.
So if you really want to learn Filipino, you can start right now. It's very
I can teach you actually.
Well, our conversation has been very great. Unfortunately, we have to end this. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. This is Pio and Mr. Renz.
Oke, terima kasih karena telah menonton dan mendengarkan podcast kami. Jangan lupa untuk like, share, dan follow Instagram, TikTok, dan YouTube SMP Muhammadiyah 1 Kartasura. Terima kasih telah menonton. See you next time.
Terima kasih.
Asli.
Dadah.